Alright guys, it's about that time. We're going to be ranking every single item in the Skate Pass. We got the tier list here, S through D, and I got every single item from the Skate Pass loaded up here in the tier list. And please keep in mind some items towards the bottom are grayed out. That's because I do not have enough tickets yet to unlock these items in the Battle Pass, so when I took screenshots of them, as you can see, they are grayed out. But it's okay, that will not affect us ranking them at all. And also, we are not going to be ranking these sand van bucks because, obviously we're not going to rank that, it's literally just currency. And I'm also not going to be talking about whether I think the Battle Pass is good or not, because I've done that in several of my previous videos, and this video is just going to strictly be us ranking the items. Alright, so let's hop into it, and before we do hop into it, if you could just show some support, drop a like, leave a comment. This video took me a while to make, and it took a long time to get all these screenshots as well, so I would appreciate it if you could drop a like. Alright, starting out on page 1, we got the pinup, I'm pretty sure it's pinup, however you want to say it. We got the pinup board. Now, when Season 1 first dropped, and this was the very first item I saw in the Battle Pass, I knew we were in for a rough start with the Skate Pass because this item is gross. I mean, I can't even tell what's fully going on. I mean, there's eyes at the top, there's a weird nasty nose in the middle, there's teeth at the bottom. I just kind of hate everything about this board. So we're starting out strong and putting this board right in the D tier. All right, next up, we got the grip color transparent. This one, it kind of reminds me of some matrix coating type thing. It's not really my style, and it's kind of unrealistic in my opinion if you ask me. So because of that, we are just going to throw this in the D tier as well. All right, we're going to skip the sand van bucks, but also could we talk about how ridiculously priced these are? I mean, 550 tickets for 25 sand van bucks, and then when you come down here, 2,600 for 75. Where does that insane price jump make sense? Someone please help me out. All right, next up though, we got the beige baggy jorts. So these are just normal baggy shorts, I guess, even though they call them jorts, like jean shorts. Baggy shorts aren't 100% my style. It's not what I wear, but trying to grade this unbiasedly, I definitely don't think they're terrible. I put them on my skater here so we could check them out. Man, these are huge actually. Holy crap. These are really baggy. All right, well, I don't think they're terrible. I think these are a solid B tier maybe. Yeah, I think I'm comfortable throwing these in the B tier, kind of just right in the middle, because they're nowhere near S for me. They're not amazing, but they're also not a C or a D. I could see why people would like them. All right, next up we got this kind of emblem. It is the Premium Pix He's Friendly. So it's kind of like a big wolf dog type thing. I don't really think anything in particular of this one. I think we're just gonna go ahead and here it is right here. I think we're just gonna go ahead and maybe throw it in the C tier because I don't think it's a D or anything. It's just not really my style, but I'm sure someone out there loves it. All right, next up we got our first gesture. It is the boy band dance. This is just man, ranking this Battle Pass, just page 1, looking back at it, I'm really being reminded of how bad this Battle Pass is. I mean, why would I want to do this gesture while I'm skating? This is just the most Fortnite-y type thing I've ever seen. So we're just gonna go ahead and throw this right in the D tier, right where it belongs. All right, we got our very first board sticker up next. I can't really tell what this one is. I think it's a little gaming console shaped like a skateboard. It's kind of a little transparent, retro looking handheld gaming console. But it just, the stickers in this game, they just don't do it for me. The fact that they only go in top, middle, or bottom, and we can't zoom them in or out and sticker bomb a board, it just really ruins all the stickers for me. So this one is also, where is it on my tier list? Here it is. This one is D tier too harsh for this? Maybe let's give it a C. I don't know. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I really don't care for this item. But maybe let's give it a C because it's not. No, let's give it a D. Let's give it a D. I just don't really care for this sticker at all, so I think it's fine in D. All right, we got our first board up next. It is the Pistachie. Is that how you say it? Pistachie? Pistachie board. This is some weird looking modern art type thing. I don't think this board is anything spectacular. I think it's kind of hard to see what's going on. You can see maybe a female's face in it. Like I said, it's some weird modern art thing. I think this one, I think it's pretty safe in the C tier. I don't think it's a D. I definitely don't think it's a B though. I definitely don't think there's anything amazingly decent about it, so I think it's pretty safe in the C tier. All right, and then our grand prize for page 1 in the Battle Pass is the Hesh leather jacket. Now, this leather jacket isn't terrible. I will say the shoulders look a little weird, and it's a little short for a male character, so I'm pretty sure this jacket was designed for the female characters. So this jacket is kind of one-sided because in my opinion, it just doesn't look good on a male character. I mean, look how short it looks on me. It just looks a little silly. So I think we're gonna just go ahead and throw this jacket in the B tier. And I think it's less than the pants as well, because just the fact that it's like so strictly for girls. I mean, of course you can wear it as a guy, right? It just looks a little silly and short. All right, so page 1 of the battle pass is done, and so far we have no S or no A tiers. This is what we got for the B, C, and D. All right, page 2 starts out with the boom grip. I don't think this one is bad or anything. I don't think it's amazing, but I don't think it's bad. I think that can be, where's the boom grip? Why are my pictures a lot of order? I think this could be, I don't know. It's not like amazing enough to be in B for me. I'm gonna be pretty harsh with my rankings. You know, I want good things in B or above. C, I think it can stay in B. It's not bad or weird enough for C. I think it can stay in B. Actually, no, let's move that to C. I want to be strict. I want only good things in B or above. All right, next up we got another sticker. It is a vitamin C sticker. So is that an orange or is that a grapefruit? I don't even know. I'm so bad with fruits. But that is just stupid. It's like, who cares to have that on their board? It doesn't look good. That's a solid D tier. All right, next up we got a blue baby crop top. Man, I mean, I personally would not wear this as a guy. Maybe for a girl, it's a cool shirt. So like, I'm gonna try to like, you know, stay neutral and not rate just in the eyes of a male. Like, I want to throw it in the D tier though. It's just not good. So yep, another D tier. Man, this D tier is gonna be big by the end of this list. All right, next up we got another emblem. It is a fiery heart with like some barbed wire around it. It's actually not that, it's not bad. I really don't think it's that bad. I think this one is pretty decently solid. I think we can throw it in the B tier for, you know, as far as emblems go. Next up is 75 Sam Van bucks for 2,600 skate pass tickets. That is wild. What is EA thinking? All right, we have the collage wheels next up. I don't really care for these. There's again like kind of like a woman's face with some weird shit going on around it. Kind of matches the board from earlier. I think we'll just throw this in the C tier, maybe right next to the board that kind of matches with it. All right, and then lastly on page 2 we have the super ultra mega combo board. So it's kind of like a bunch of 8-bit skaters, kind of like skating a beachy area on top of a car. It's not my favorite graphic, but it's not bad. So I think this one is like, I'm kind of borderline C or B with it. I think maybe I'm gonna give it a C. Because I'm being really harsh. I'm only gonna put things I actually like, B or above. All right, next up we got the Pop Hits banner. It's like a vinyl record with like a blue background. Not really much else going on. That is going straight into the D tier. Next up we got these wheels. They're the snake wheels. These are actually pretty cool. It's a snake with an 8-ball. I think these are nice. You know, the green is nice, the graphic is nice. I think those are a solid B tier. Pretty comfortable with that. Oh god, we have another gesture. What is this one? The no rhythm dance. I mean, I don't really care for that. It's not like the Fenfold. It's not the iconic fake steez. Let's give that a C. I don't really care for that one. All right, next up we got these white shoes. These are not my style of shoe, but I can totally see why these would be someone's style of shoe. I think they're definitely not bad by any means. So these shoes are gonna get a solid B tier. All right, next up we have these pink trucks. They are called Brain Stem. So they're very pink and you can see some brains on the top of the trucks. Finally getting into some decent items here. I mean, I think any colored trucks are nice because the trucks we had in the game prior to this were very limited. I think these are also a solid B tier. All right, next up we have the Little Friend sticker. It's like a little bird riding a skateboard with one foot and his head is sideways. So again, I just think kind of all the stickers are either a C or a D. I think this one can be a C because at least he's like on a skateboard, his head is turned, he's a bird, he's cool, he's chilling, he's shredding. And then for the last item in page 3, we have the very controversial black backwards cap. So obviously with the hair I'm using, it doesn't look very good because it's protruding through the hat. But I think overall this item is one of the better ones. You know, backwards hats are something we all kind of really wanted in the game. A lot of people feel mixed on this one though, because a lot of people don't like that it's a plain black hat. Some people wish it had like a design or something. Me personally, I'm actually wearing a plain black hat right now, and I wear it backwards 99% of the time. So I think this hat is one of the better items. You know, it's just a plain backwards hat. So this is going to be our very first A tier. I think it very well could be an S tier in, you know, some people's eyes. But I think just, you know, thinking about the fact that it is just a plain black hat with no design, I think that's why we'll just throw it in the A tier. All right, page 4, we're making some headway. So first up, we have this kind of title / banner. It's called No Skip. I don't really honestly even know what those are, so that's going to be a D. Let's just rank a few of them at a time here. We got this emblem, Sick Mix. It's almost like a not a VHS tape, but it's like what is it, a cassette? D. And then this sticker, which is the Mild Infection. That is also kind of gross. These are triple D's right here. Triple D's. Not double D's, triple D's. Bam, all in the D tier. All right, next up we have the Jazz Bucket Hat. It's a pink bucket hat with some colored kind of like vintage retro shapes on it. It's not really my style. Like, I wouldn't wear it, but I could totally see why it could be cute on like a girl character, or even for a guy character if they make some sort of like funky outfit. I could see why it could be good. So because of that, we're gonna throw it right in the middle in the B tier. All right, next up we have this alien emblem. I'm actually using this one right now. I actually think this one is freaking dope as hell, and I'm not biased. I'm not biased. It's a green alien in a red beanie with jeans and some freaking black Vans. He's holding a board. He's giving you a thumbs up. Like, that's chill as hell. That's a cool emblem. The first cool emblem out of the whole skate pass so far. This guy, in my opinion, as far as emblems go, he can be in the A tier. All right, this sticker, the pig pen, this one is nasty as well. It's just straight up like gross. It's not cool. That one is going in the D tier. And then we have these wheels, the hissing wheels. So they're just white. And then it's another snake. I mean, I don't know if it's a snake. It could be some sort of mythological creature. I don't know. But it's not bad, but I also don't like these wheels as much as the other snake wheels. So these ones are gonna go in the C tier. All right, next up we have my personal favorite item of the whole skate pass, and that is the ripped jeans. Since the launch of the game, I wanted skinny jeans, and all we had were really baggy jeans. And this is just like what I grew up wearing and skating in every day, and what I still wear today. So I was just like really happy to get these, and so these are, you know, my favorite. I'm wearing them on my character right now. I have been wearing them ever since they came out, and I bought the premium pass for $10 literally just so I could get these jeans. I know some people don't like them because some people don't like skinny jeans, but for me, I'm biased. I like them. So with that being said, these are our very first S tier item. All right, page 5, we got Da Bomb emblem. This one is not that cool at all. It's actually kind of cringy. So that is going in the D tier. Next up, we got this board sticker, which is called Experimental Human. Kind of looks like some sort of like zombie monkey type thing. It's actually pretty cool as far as stickers go. But again, I don't really care for the stickers, so that is going to be in the C tier. All right, next up, we got the Calvin C3 neon shoes. These aren't my style, but, you know, I'm sure some people really like them. And I think the more shoes we get, the better. So, you know, I don't think they're terrible. I don't think they're terrible at all. Just not my style. I'm more of just like a Vans guy. But I think these can go in the B tier. I think they're pretty solid. All right, and then we got the Biohazard trucks. So these are kind of like a tealish green colored truck, and there's some biohazardy design on them. Can't really tell what the design is. It almost looks like some like slime with bones and maybe like a caution sign. They're not bad. They're not bad at all. I think for trucks, these can go in the B tier. All right, next up we got a shirt, a long sleeve shirt. It is called the Future Crew, and I think it says Haru on it. I think it's supposed to be an H at the beginning and a U at the end. I actually have no idea what that is, but from the back it's kind of just like a blackish gray long sleeve, so that's pretty cool. I kind of wish the graphic was like something better, or at least like a skate brand that I like that would be cool. But I think it's better than a lot of the other items in the battle pass, so I think this sweater can also go in the B tier. And man, the B tier is starting to get pretty long. All right, next up we got these wheels. They are called the Target Lock. So they're black on the inside, red on the outside, and it's supposed to be like it's like locked on to like a target or something. These actually aren't bad, and I think they look pretty cool. They go well with this board from the battle pass, but that we'll get to in the future. But yeah, these are the wheels. I don't think they're like anything amazing though on their own. So I think these wheels are a C tier wheel. Oh god, not another gesture. The Gabber dance. This is just like so cringy. It's exactly what I was talking about with the gesture earlier, where it's like Fortnite-y and just kind of very appealing for, I guess, kids. But I think this player base is not mainly kids. That's a D tier. That is a straight up D tier. These gestures so far in the battle pass are just awful. All right, and then the grand prize for page 5 is the black Hesh baggy jorts. So these are just like the ones from earlier, except they are black. So with that being said, I actually think these ones are cooler than the cargo ones, but since they're the same thing, just recolored, we will throw them in B tier right near the cargo ones from earlier. All right, page 6, we're getting closer to the end. So the first one is an emblem. It is called Saturdays at 9, and it is like a TV with some weird trippy design on it and some weird trippy background. I actually think that one is kind of decent. So I think we will throw it in the C tier. Also, I'm gonna zoom this out so you guys can see the whole thing now. My bad, I didn't have it like that. I just, I have ads because I don't pay for the ad-free one. All right, then we got another banner, made you a mixtape. Don't really care for this one. I think it's kind of a D. And then we got a sticker, no skips. I don't know why there's so many like music-based type things in this. I mean, that sticker's kind of cute. We'll throw that banner in the D tier. But I think the sticker is just going to go in the D tier as well. It's just kind of like weird. All right, next up we got this robotic cat type emblem. I fuck with cats. I love cats. It's almost like a cat with a VR thing on its face. But, again, since it's not anything like amazingly spectacular, we'll throw it in the C tier. All right, and then similar to the black backwards cap, we kind of have a black normal cap, except it's not black. It's got a design on it, as you can see, and it's almost like, it's like very, very, very light black. Kind of looks just like the flannel shirt that my character has on, but yeah, it's like a grayish black with like some weird design on one side of it. It's not bad by any means, but I think this is like right below A tier. Like, I don't think it meets the criteria to be an A tier item, but I think it could be a high B tier. So yeah, I think I'm pretty comfortable with that. All right, and then we got this scene snake sticker. This one's actually pretty funny. It's like an emo snake. I don't think it has to be a D tier because I think it's one of the better stickers, but I just think most of the stickers are all like C or D tiers. All right, and then the final one is these Calvin C3 cloud shoes. So these shoes are literally just like these ones. Like, look at the design, right? Look at the design. Same exact shoe, it's just recolored. So that's kind of crazy, and clearly they got pretty lazy. But since they're the same shoe, just recolored, we're gonna throw it right near the other ones in the B tier. All right, I don't even know what page this is anymore. I think it's page 7, but we got this Skate Force sticker. Not a bad sticker, but again, it's just like nothing sticks out about it. So it's gonna be a C tier sticker. All right, then we got the white backwards cap. So same exact deal as the backwards cap from earlier. My hair sticks out, but it still is a backwards hat and still is one of the better hat cosmetics that we got in the game so far. So we're gonna throw that in the A tier right next to the black backwards cap. All right, then we got this butterfly emblem. This one's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, the background is cool. The colors on the butterfly are cool. I really do like this emblem. I think it's one of the more well done ones. So this one is gonna get a B tier. It's actually the first emblem to get a B tier. This is just absolutely awful. I mean, these gestures they need to delete all of these out of the game. They're just so freaking terrible. D tier. We're moving any gesture in the D tier. It's going all the way to the bottom of the D tier as well. All right, they're starting to get a little bit better with the emblems. This one's pretty cool. It's a pink skull with some like tribal-y type border around it. Pretty cool though, pretty cool. I think this one can maybe go in the B tier as far as emblems go, right behind the butterfly. All right, finally we have another skateboard. We have not had one for a long time. This is called Breathing Apparatus, and I kind of feel like this one to me reminds me of like Dr. Doom and like Darth Vader, almost like a mix of those two. I feel like they got some inspiration from like Darth Vader or something on this board. But I think this board is pretty cool, to be honest, and I think it could go in the B tier. All right, and then we have more of these Calvin shoes. This is actually insane how often they use the same exact model of shoe, but they just recolored it. All right, see these shoes? You could literally just see the colors change. Look at this. You see that? And now we're gonna go to this one and you'll watch the color change. Ready? It's literally just reskinned. So I guess since we threw the other ones in B tier, I'll just I'll put this in B tier as well. Just the 3 shoes all in B tier. All right, and then we got these boots, which actually are pretty damn cool. These are kind of like, they remind me almost like Timberlands and like, I don't want to say Doc Martens, but yeah, kind of like a hybrid of Timberlands and Doc Martens. And then they have some wear on them. I don't know how like realistically you would skate in these shoes, but for the sake of the game, they're really cool in my opinion. I like the way the laces are going around the back. I just kind of like everything about them. So I think these boots, even though you cannot see it on this picture, I think those can get an A tier. Let me zoom in a little bit more. There you go. All right, page 8, we got the O Barnacle sticker. It's almost like a, it's kind of like the inside of like a shark's mouth with like a fish coming out of it. Again, I mean, I guess it can go in C tier for stickers. I just don't really care for any of these stickers. We got another deck. It's called I Know Skate Foo. It is, again, kind of like a Matrix-y type design with a girl with like some technological shit on her head. I don't want to give it a D tier. It's not a D tier, but it can be a C tier. It's nothing crazy. All right, and then we got a collared shirt, fresh green stripes polo. This is not my style at all, but I know a lot of people do like this style of clothes for skating. It kind of reminds me of like early 90s type clothes for skating. But yeah, I just never really liked collared shirts. I remember like when I was in like elementary school, my school made me wear collared shirts and I just wouldn't, and I would get in trouble for it like every day. But with all that being said, I don't think it is by any means a bad shirt. I think it can go in the B tier as far as clothes go in this game. All right, we got another board up next. This one is actually pretty cool. It's a snake kind of like squeezing a scorpion. This one is actually pretty damn cool. I'm not gonna lie. I think that one can go towards the higher end of the B tier. Maybe near these shorts and this hat, somewhere over here. I think that's a pretty cool board. Maybe behind the shorts, because you know there's not too many shorts in this game. All right, we're gonna rank these next few together just to kind of knock them out. We got the out of body sticker. That one can be a I think it's a D. You know, it's not that great. We got a crop top tie-dye kitty baby tee. Again, as a guy, I would never wear this, but ranking this in the eyes of a female. All right, so if I were a female and I wanted to wear a crop top from the back, I think it's cool. It's tie-dye. It's got a cat on it. I think I guess it could be a low B tier, you know, in the eyes of a female. We got this board web surfers. I just cannot tell anything that's going on in this design. It's like some origami kind of Japanese design, maybe with like some spaceships on it. That's my best guess. I don't know. I think because of how hard it is to tell, I think we're going to throw that one in the D tier with the boards. And then we have this collared shirt, the collared collar block polo. I think this one is pretty cool, actually. It's kind of trendy as far as shirts go, and collared shirts for skating. So I think we're gonna throw this one in the B tier, and it should go in front of the other polo one because I do like this one better. But honestly, the B tier is kind of a mess. I don't know. Maybe we could throw it like behind the leather jacket. I think that's cool. All right, page 9. We got the classic grip tape cut where there's just a line kind of, you know, towards the bottom, above the bottom bolts. That is it's a classic design. Like I said, I think we have to throw that one, you know, just somewhere in the B tier. All right, we got the Lucky Strip cargo. Again, not really my style, but I guess I could see why some people like these. I don't really like the back though. Look at like this the seams by the butt area. It's kind of like perfectly makes out where the butt should be. I think because of that, actually, we're gonna rank these ones pretty low. I almost want to throw these in the D tier, but I know I might get some hate, so I'm just going to throw those in the C tier because I don't really like that design right there. This board is cool. This is cool. It's a seagull stealing some french fries. I actually didn't really see that board, but I kind of fuck with this one. That's a cool board. We're going to throw that one. And I think it has matching wheels too, actually. I think further down in the battle pass. Yeah, look, it's got gold leg wheels. All right, so we're going to throw the seagull stealing the french fries. Man, is that an A tier board? I kind of want to give that an A tier as far as skateboards go. I mean, look at this thing. It's basic, but that's what makes it cool. All right, next up we have like some knockoff Converse with purple laces. These are not supposed to be Converse. They don't look like it. That's why I said like knockoff. but I don't think they are bad. So I think these can go somewhere pretty high on the B tier, maybe right behind that collared shirt. All right, we got a checkerboard skateboard with knuckles that say tough luck. I do like the checkerboard on the board. I am a sucker for checkerboard. I do kind of wish the graphic was different. I don't really care for the knuckles that say tough luck. But I don't want to grade it too harsh just based off that. But I do think the knuckles ruin it a little bit. So I think this one's a B tier. And I think it can just go somewhere at the bottom of the B tier. All right, and then the final reward from page 9, the Shade Tech Pouch Pants. So these are kind of like trendy type pants. They kind of remind me of like Naruto's pants from Naruto, but obviously not orange. But like the pocket here kind of looks like there'd be like ninja kunai in it and everything. But I know pants like this are very popular nowadays, and they're cool, I guess. So not my style. I'm not gonna give them an A because I don't love them, but they can go pretty high up on the B tier, maybe like right there. All right, the final page. Wow, we made it. I'm running out of breath here. All right, Burned You a CD for the title. I really don't know what their obsession is with like CDs and vinyls for this skate pass, because there's so many. And then there's also this grip. This grip is actually cool. That grip is actually really cool. I like how it's like colored and just, it's unique. It's unique. All right, so the banner is a D tier and the grip is somewhere in the B tier, maybe like right there. I don't know. The B tier is not really organized. All right, then we got this sticker that says kickflip, ollie, tailslide, cannonball, stance, skate, use item. It's kind of like they're like selecting what trick they want to use. It's called turn-based, this sticker. But I think it's just stupid. I think it's stupid. It looks bad. It's blocky. It's too big. It takes up a weird portion of the board. It's not centered. It's just bad. All right, the goal leg wheels. I think like standalone, these wheels aren't crazy, but I think if you're using it with the goal costume and the goal skateboard that we just showed before, I think they could be pretty cool. So these are also getting thrown in the B tier. All right, white trucks. These are pretty basic, but they do look nice. They look really nice. Look how sleek those look. Those are nice. Those are, man, we're just throwing everything in the B tier because that's how this pass is. Everything is like pretty good, but it's also just right there in the middle. All right, we're gonna rank these at the same time. We have bird poop as a sticker. That's actually really funny, but I just think like because it's just seagull shit, so like that's probably a D. And then this girl band dance, this is just like, it's literally, we didn't get a single cool gesture from this skate pass, which is just so upsetting. So D tier and D tier. Also guys, this gesture, I know it's late in the video, but this gesture also needs to move in the D tier. They all just suck. All right, the last item in the skate pass, the grand prize. It is called the Livingston costume. So this is the seagull mascot. At first I thought it was like silly, which it is very silly, but there's something cool and funny about skating around in a fat seagull costume. I'm very far off from being able to unlock this, but someone did tell me that when you bail in this costume, it makes like some sort of funny seagull noise, as if like a seagull was like falling or something. But yeah, I kind of fuck with this costume, and it's pretty cool that you can get it just by grinding the battle pass. And it's a meme. It's a meme. Picture this costume with these seagull wheels, with this seagull board, like that would go hard. And one day I'm gonna get that full outfit. One day. But yeah, with that being said, the seagull is gonna be the S tier. All right, so that is the complete battle pass. That is everything. Let me zoom this out a little bit. I'm sorry about the ad that's in the way at the bottom there. But right here, you can kind of see the whole thing. I will zoom in and we can go through it all. But just keep in mind, it's not really like in any particular order, like the B tier, for example. Like these aren't really ranked in order. But for the S tier, we have the seagull and the skinny jeans. For the A tier, we have both colored backwards caps. We have this alien emblem. We have these boots and the seagull skateboard. The B tier is our biggest tier. As you can see, the B is all the way down there in the middle. But we got a black hat. We got both the cargo shorts. We got these weird pants, a skateboard, a leather jacket, collared shirt. I mean, I'm just gonna scroll through it. You can see everything I placed in the B tier. There's a lot of stuff in the B tier, but like I said, there's a lot of stuff in this skate pass that is not bad. It's not amazing. It's just right there in the middle. All right, the C tier, these are the items that just like, they're not like bad enough to be a D, but they're also not good enough to be a B. It's just kind of like some of the more weird random items in the skate pass. I think I actually did a pretty good, accurate job with this. And then we have the D tier. These are all the things to me that just absolutely suck, like the gestures, some of the stickers. I'm sure some of the stickers could move up to the C tier or something, but to me, these are just the items that absolutely suck and I don't care for. So yeah, this is the ranking here. You can see it all again. I think I did a pretty good job ranking this. I think looking at it from this point of view, and I apologize for the grayed out items, but I don't have them unlocked yet. But I think from this point of view, you can really see how unbelievably mid this skate pass is. And I really hope that for season 2 and for season 3, I really hope they kind of go all out and just give us cooler items in general. I think the coolest items in this pass are obviously the S tier, the items in the A tier, and then like the first row of the B tier. I think those are the coolest items in the pass, and I think I ranked them pretty accurately. So yeah, there it is. Take a screenshot, take it in. I don't know, do what you want to do with it. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of my rankings. Of course, my rankings are going to be different from yours. I'm sure maybe there's an item in D tier for me that you think is an S tier, but that's just the way the world is. This video took me a long time to make, so if you... What the hell? Where did that skate? What? Anyways, it took me a long time to make. So if you could show some love, drop a like, leave a comment, I don't know, do something to show some support. I would appreciate it a lot. But yeah, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about my ranking. I'm curious to know, where you guys would rank things. Leave a like. I appreciate you so much for watching. Thank you. Hopefully season 2, we're going to have a better skate pass, but we're stuck with this one for a while. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. And until the next one, peace out.